Hi, hi, all. Good morning.
Good morning, Shyam.
Let me share the screen. Able to see my screen?
Yeah,
Yes, Shyam. Can you hear?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Okay.
Able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we have seen in the last classes what we have seen about launching the instances. Okay. So what is EC2? So how to launch different type of instances like Windows and Linux, and each instances we have a some RAM selections, storage selections, security groups, network rules. Okay. So tags, all these things will be available. So next we have seen how to log into the both. Next, how to take backups. Okay, so this is done. So next thing is we are going to see about the volumes. So what is mean by volumes? Volumes are nothing but just a storage solution, server level. Okay, so if you want to have extra storage or what are the storage we have specified by launching the instances. So volumes are nothing but, so when you purchase something like a hard disk, like 1,000 you are purchasing. So we are doing the partitions for it. Partitions is nothing but dividing whole into okay. So suppose hard disk is 1,000 is there. I don't want to keep the 1,000 for the C drive. I want to divide the whole into different partitions like D drive, E drive, F drives. Same thing will be applicable for the Linux also. So this is fine, but this space is not enough for me. I want to add extra volume to my server. Okay, so how to add it? So what the prerequisite is? So things we need to know. Okay, first thing is when you are creating any custom volume, should always will be availability zone. Okay, for example, you are creating a 1A availability zone volume. You can't allocate this volume to the server which is created in different availability zone. The first request is server and volume should be in same availability zone. That is the first prerequisite is when you are creating any custom volume. If the volume and the server in both different availability zones, we can't allocate the volume. Okay, so that is the main thing we need to consider here. So how much volume we require, we can do it. So if you directly go to the manual work, if we attach, it will not show directly. We need to perform some activities at the server level. Okay, for example, if you go to the EC2, okay, so click on any launch instance, click on launch, take any server name. Okay, so here storage volumes is volume, one volume is available. This is 8 GB. Default volume we are keeping out. So nothing we are selecting. Key pair we have one key pair. That's it. Okay. So once we created normal server, Linux, So if you click on the storage, okay, so this is Linux part. Same thing you can go with Windows also. Linux, Windows. So per Windows, the default volume is 30 GB and launch instance. Okay. So when it comes to the volume part, we should be very careful. So if it is, this is a server. So this server is in which availability zone we need to check it. Suppose this is in 1 year, southeast 1 year. Okay. So this server is in 1 year availability zone and your volume is also in the same 1 year zone. Okay. So both are in the same availability zone only. Then only we can attach this volume to the server. So if it is in different availability zone, while attaching, this volume will not show in the list. So that is very important. We need to consider here. So if you want to create any backup for your volume, so this, what are the data we are with this, the custom value we have attached to this server. So what are the data we are writing in the volume? If you want to take the backup, so these backups we are going to call here as snapshots. Okay, so these are called as the snapshots. Snapshots are nothing but what are the volume data is there. If the server got lost, any failure happened, but still if you want to keep the data, so in the regular interface, if you want to take the backup of your server volumes, so then that concept we are going to call it as a snapshots. So with a single volume, we can create a number of snapshots. Suppose this southeast one is there. I want to create a snapshot from here. So we can create a n number of snapshots. Okay, this is snapshot 1, snapshot 2, snapshot 3. So the main advantage of the snapshot is with the help of the snapshots, again, we can create a volume from the snapshot. Okay, so understood the concept. So we will create the custom values. So with the help of the custom value, we can create a number of snapshots. From each snapshot, we can create again a volume. So this is a new volume. While creating the volume, again, this volume we can attach to the new server or the old server or the existing server, we can create it. So this is the complete flow of volumes and snapshots. So volumes are the extra space, snapshots are the backups. So with the help of the backup snapshots, again, we can create the new volumes and that volumes we can attach to the this server, old server, or we can launch one more new server and we can attach that volume. Okay, so only we can attach volume to the server. Snapshots to the servers we can't attach. Okay, server to volume, and only one volume can attach to one server. For example, this is a volume A. This volume A we can attach to the only single server at a time. So if you want to attach this volume to the second server, okay, so what we need to do, we need to detach from this one and we can attach to the server. Okay, same like you can consider as a pen drive. The pen drive value data we can share across multiple servers, multiple laptops, multiple desktops. But at a time, we can put to the only single server at a time. Same thing here, the volumes also same concept. So what are the volume which is available, we can attach to the single server at a time. Two servers at a time, we can't attach it. Either if you want to connect this volume to the second server, we need to detach from here and then we need to attach it. Okay, then we can attach it. Okay, so this complete flow, we will see now in the example part. Okay. So now I have launched two servers. One is Windows Server and Linux Server. Okay. So if you see the Windows Server, so if you see the storage, I have 8 GB, 30 GB is there for Windows. So now I will go to the volumes. Okay. Creating a volume. Okay. So here you can see 3 availability zones are there. But if you see, our server is in 1B. Now I'm creating two volumes. One is 1A and 1B. So how the volume will be attached, I will show you. Okay. So now our server is in availability zone 1B. So that's the reason I'm selecting volume should be also in the same availability zone 1B. So how much size you require? If you want how much size extra volume, we can define the volume here. That's it. Create a volume. Okay. So now what is the volume you have created? You can put one name. Volume 1. Okay. 10 GB. So here, if already volume is attached to this server, every volume will have the ID. So if you see the status here, in use, nothing but this volume already attached to the servers. So these are the default volumes we got it while creating the server, and this is the custom volume which we created manually now. Okay. So if you see you can see available means somebody has created the volume, but it has not attached to the any server. So if you attach this volume to the server, we will get in use state. Okay. So this one we should be very careful. So now I have created a volume in 1B. Now I will create one more volume. This time I will go with 1C. Okay. I don't want this much GB. Let's go with low. Okay. Here 20 GB. Let's go with volume number 2. Okay. So I have created two different volumes, one with 10 GB space, another with 20 GB space. So one is availability zone 1C. I have selected 1B. Okay. So if you want to attach this volume, okay. So we need to know the instance ID of this one. So I want to attach to this Windows volume to 1B53 instance ID. Which volume you want to attach it? Go to that volume. Suppose if this is 1C. Let us wait. Okay. 1C is available. Now my server is in availability zone 1B, but I'm trying to allocate 1C availability zone volume. Okay. So let us see whether we can attach this or not. Okay. So click actions. Okay. Attach volume. Click on attach value. You can see. No instances are available. If you refresh, why? Because this is in 1B availability zone and this is a 1C availability zone. Okay. So in our first point is what? It should be all volume should be
Same availability zone.
same availability zone. Server and volume should be the same availability zone. Then only we can attach it. Okay. So now we can cancel this one and go to your volume 1. This is 10 GB. It is in 1B. Our server also is in 1. Go to the volumes, actions, attach volume. Okay. You can see both the servers are there, Windows and Linux. Okay. So now I'm selecting the Windows machine, attach volume. Okay. So once you see the status now, previously it is in the available state. Now it is using by another server. Refresh. Now come here and refresh the page and you can go with Windows Server storage. You can see extra space that we have added like 10 GB it is added. So how many volumes with how much size you want it? You just create the volume and only one scenario we need to check it. So both server and the volume should be in the same availability zone and that should be in the available state. If it is available state only, we can attach that to the server because single volume to the single server only we can attach it. Multiple servers we can't attach it. Already this only one volume is there. So we can attach this volume to both either Linux machine or Windows machine because both are in the same availability zone. Already we have attached this volume to the Windows machine. Now we can't attach this volume to the Linux server. So single volume, single server at a time. So if you want to attach this volume to the Linux server, so we can come here, actions, detach volume. Click on detach, refresh the page. Okay, so wait for this. Okay, now you can see previously we have attached it. Now refresh this page. Go to your Windows server, click on storage. You can see we have detached the particular pen drive or the particular drive we have detached from the Windows server. So now if you see here, this is came into the available store. Means this volume is free now. We can attach to another server. So now if you want to attach this volume to the Linux server, you can go to the Linux server here, click on the storage. So the default volume is 8 GB. If you refresh, n number of times, we have only single volume with 8 GB. I want to add extra volume to the Linux machine. So it is not specific to the Windows or Linux. We can attach the volume to any type of OS. So this volume is available state. Go ahead, attach volume, select the server. Now I don't want to go with Windows. I want to attach the Linux. That's it. Come here, refresh the page. Go to the Linux storage. Now you can see like this. In this way, we can attach the single volume at a time. So this is good, looks good only. Okay, now click here, attach, detach volume.
Shaman, now we can add multiple volumes to single server, right?
Multiple volumes you can add it. Suppose
if it is in same availability zone.
Same availability zone. You can create 20 GB, 30 GB, 50 GB, 100 GB. You can create n volumes. N volumes you can attach to the server, single server. If it is an available state, then we can attach it. Okay, that is similar. Okay, now just I want to show you whether it is reflected in the attach volume. Go to the Windows attach volume. Okay, so come here, select Windows machine, storage. Okay, it attach. Now click on connect button. So whether we will see download and the get decrypt the password. This is the file already.
Bro, select testing.
Okay, so we got the password here. So copy this, double click this Windows machine, connect it, enter the password. Okay. Okay, able to see virtual Windows server?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yes.
if you go for any drive or any folder here, so if you see this PC, if you see C drives, we got already 30 GB. That 30 GB for OS installation, everything it has taken some GB, and 64 GB is free. Where is our new volume? If you see, so under the go to the storage section. We should have two volumes, right? So one is 30 GB, another is 10 GB. But when I log into the server, I don't see my something like new drive is not available with the 10 GB. Okay, so in order to show that one, we need to perform a manual activities at the server level. So go to the search bar, like Windows machine, click on the disk. Okay, so create and format disk partitions will be there. So click that one. Okay, you can see the C drive, which is status is healthy, but whatever the 10 GB we have created, so this is not online. This is offline here. So right click here, do right click, make it as online. Okay, it is not initialized, just initialize the disk. That's it. Okay, once it become online, so wherever you are seeing unallocated, just click the right click, create a new simple volume, click next, 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 finish. Once you do this, you can see the D drive got it. You can refresh here. Okay.
Can you tell 1 second?
Okay, so just go to the disk management, like search for the disk here. Okay, so here created format disk partitions will be there. So click that one. So once you click that one, so default it is offline. So let me show with one more example. Create a volume. Go with 1B. So this time I'm going with 25 GB. Create a volume. Refresh it. Okay, so 25 GB which we have created, it is available state, it is not in use state. So click this volume, actions, attach volume, go to the Windows server, attach it. Okay, so go to the instances, click on the Windows machine. So go to the storage. Now we have allocated one more 25 GB. But when we log into the server, we are not able to see that 25 GB drive. Okay, so to perform those activities, what we need to do? Disk again. Created format disk partitions. Here, drop down will be there. Click below loud drop down. Okay, you can see 25 GB. It is offline. First of all, we need to make this disk online. So just right click online. So it is showing not initialized. So we need to come to the initialized disk. Right click, initialize disk. Okay. Okay. So next, after that, it is saying it is unallocated. Wherever you are seeing option, just click on the right click, new simple volume, click next, 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 finish. Okay. Now you can see E volume got created. Okay, like that, n number of volumes we can allocate to the server. So if you detach this volume from this particular server, and if you want to attach the same data, for example, you have written some data here. Okay, so we created a file, we modified something. Okay, the test. So this is like a pen drive. So we have E volume, we have written some data here. So what I want to do, I want to eject this data should be there in other server. So I don't want to keep the server data here. So we can come here, volume section, we can detach. Okay, so we can detach the volume and the server will become in available state. Then we can attach this volume to the other server. Like that, n number of volumes we can create it, n number of times we can detach it and we can attach to the server. Okay, understood the concept. Only thing is we need to always focus about the availability zone. Okay, now suppose I want to allocate this volume, 1C volume, I want to allocate to the 1B. Is it possible?
No.
No. Okay, so but this is also we can make it as a possible. Okay, so 1C volume, what is there? We can also allocate to the server. How it is means? So with the help of snapshots.
Hmm.
Okay. So from the volume, once is their volume. So we will create a snapshot from it. So once the snapshot is created, from the snapshot, it will ask us, we can create a new volume. Okay. So in that case, we will tell that while creating the new volume from the snapshot, we will select the 1B. That's it. Okay. So this is the 1C volume. I don't want to lose this data. I want to keep this data should be attached to the 1B server. In that case, what we need to do? So we can create a snapshot from it. So that from the snapshot, we can create another new volume. That volume, while creating the volume, we can tell that availability zone is 1. So that this volume also we can attach to the server. Okay. So if you go to the volumes here, so if you go to the snapshots, we don't have any snapshots currently. Okay. So what I will do, select this volume, actions, create a snapshot. Okay. So this is the volume 2. If you see, our volume 2 is the 1CD. So description, create a snapshot. Okay. So refresh here. Okay. So if you see the 20 GB volume, which is taken as a snapshot, this is the volume ID 74FC. This is in 1C availability zone. From this, I have taken the snapshot. Snapshot is completed. Now I can create the volume from it. Okay. Actions. You can see create a volume from snapshot is there. So here you can select the availability zone. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So now from this volume, 1C volume, I have created one snapshot. So with the help of that snapshot, we can create n number of volumes. Now click on create volume. Okay. So refresh it. You can see 20 GB, 20 GB. Same. Here, new volume got created, but this time the availability zone is
1B.
okay. So this will be now same. Whatever the data which is there in the 1C, now I have created one more volume with 1B actions, attach it. What is your the server? That's it. Okay. So understood the concept, guys. So this is 1A and this volume is 1A. So volume and both the be same thing. So if you want to attach different volume to the different availability zones, we can go with snapshots. Snapshots are nothing but backup of your volumes.
Sandro, please explain one more time.
Okay. So let me custom volumes. I will delete all things. Don't worry. Okay. 8 GB and 30 GB are the comes with system. Okay. So remaining volumes, I'm deleting it. Detach the volumes. And delete it. I need to close the server. Okay, so we have only 2 volumes currently. Okay, we don't have any snapshots. We don't have any extra volumes here. So the volumes which comes with Windows installations or Linux installations. So the default volume is available. So only one thing we need to consider is, so we can attach the volume, custom volume to the server. So if the volume is and the server is in both availability zones, then only we can create. So in the case, if it is different availability zone, how can we do it? So for example, I'm creating one volume. So I'm going with 1A. Okay, my server is in 1B, but I'm creating the volume in 1A availability zone. Okay, so we can go with size with lesser one. Okay, so I have created a, okay, so different agent. Okay, so this volume which is in available state, this volume is not attached to the any server, and this volume is in 1A availability zone. Our server is in 1B. Okay, so I want to attach even 1A availability zone server volume to the my Windows server. How can we do it? So this is possible only with the snapshots. So we can go with this volume actions, create a snapshot from it. So once you are able to create the snapshot, give the any description. Create a snapshot. Refresh it. Okay, so this snapshot got created. Okay, if you want to create n number of snapshots, we can create n number of snapshots. Click that one, create a snapshot. Again, click this one, create snapshot. N number of times you can create the snapshot. Snapshots are nothing but backup of your volumes. So if the volume is also lost, we can create a, from the backup, we can create again volumes and we can attach it. Now, this volume snapshot is created from 1A availability zone, and this we can't attach it. If we are trying to attach it, so click actions, attach volume. We are not able to see our server list because the volume and server are in different availability zones. So how can we possible? So with the help of the snapshots, it's possible. So again, with the snapshots, we can create a volume actions, create a volume. Here we need to select 1B. Next, create a volume. Come here. Okay, so 15 GB, 15 GB, same thing. Now this time 1B. Okay, so we haven't created an extra volume here. So from the volume section, from the snapshot we have created, just click on the attach volume. Now we can attach the. Able to understand, guys, concept?
Yes, bro.
Yes, Sham. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the help of the volumes, if you want to attach the volume to the server, both should be in the same availability zone. So that condition always available. So if the volume is created in different availability zone, so we can take the snapshot from that. From the snapshot, again, we can create a volume. So which availability zone you want to create that volume, it is in our hands to create that one. And we can attach that volume to the server. So in order to reflect that volume into the server, so we need to go to the disk management. We need to make an online allocated and create the disk partition. Then only our volume will be reflected. Okay. Got it?
Yeah, Sham, and how do we see the same volume in Linux? What extra things we have to do?
Yeah. I'm showing the Linux part now. Okay.
Okay.
Now this one we don't require actions. Okay, so everybody is clear about Windows machines, right? So how to attach volumes, custom volumes, how much GB you require, extra GB. So everything is a billing related information. So how much space you are currently increasing, everything is chargeable. Okay, so you need to go to the storage and you need to check it how much extra volume you require. So how many drives you require. So while creating the server is okay. So if you are not able to create it, we need to go with the custom values and we can attach it. Okay, so that is possible, and we can detach it and we can attach to multiple servers. Okay, that is also very important. Okay, so once you are attached to volume, after 10 days, you have done some work into the volume, but I don't want to continue with this volume, which I want to attach same volume to the other server means, so we need to detach it and we can attach it. Okay, so always we need to be focused on the states here, whether the volume is in the new state or available state. So we can go with actions, we can detach it and attach the volume to the other server. Okay, so that is very important. And next, coming to Linux machines. I don't require now. Okay, so once you delete the volume here, automatically, what is the root volume we are calling as a C drive? It will be also automatically deleted. Okay.
Shamana, what is the use of image and templates?
Yeah, I will show you this. We'll go with that one also. Next topic, we have the custom app. Okay, we'll go with all topics. Okay, I will cover that one also next session. Okay, so server got terminated. So if we get it terminated, the volume also will be automatically deleted, but the custom volume will not be deleted. So if you create the custom volume, so once you delete the server, so that volume will become available state. Okay, only the root volume, the default volume, when you delete the terminate the server, the default volume will be deleted, but the custom volumes, so if it is already attached to the server, those volumes will not be deleted. So we need to, it will come into the available state. Okay, so that thing we need to remember. So now coming to the Linux machines, how to do it. So for Linux machines, we don't have manual works. We should go with commands. Okay, so we should go with some commands is there. Okay, so let me Linux, we have storage only 1.8 GB is there. So I can go here. So create a volume, go with something 20 GB, 1B, because server is in 1B. Okay, so just create a volume, refresh it, come to the status, it is available state. So we can attach to the end server, actions, attach the volume, Linux server, attach it. Okay, so come here and refresh the page, click on the Linux server, click on the storage, you can see DevOps. Okay, so this volume got attached. Now we will go to the server, what are the operations we can perform. So go to the details tab, click on the public IP. Okay, everybody is able to see, right? Able to see my screen, right? Linux server.
Yes, yes, Shyam.
Yeah.
So okay, so first command is lsblk. So when you do the lsblk point, so what are the volumes we have attached? We can see two things. So one is lsblk if you type it. So the dev xvda one is the root volume. So whatever the data we are writing under the slash, all will be stored in under the. Okay, so this is the C thing. But if you see for xvdn, we don't have any mount bar. Okay, so if you see something, sudo file minus s dev xvda. Okay, you can see something like 86 boot sector, something volume, something partition has been done here. Something space is allocated for it. Same thing if you see for, we don't have anything. If you are getting something like data is nothing but, so no space or no partition has been done for the particular drive. Okay, to make this one, we need to create one directory and we can create a mount path and we can allocate some extra space to the this particular drive. So what is the drive name is there? Here XVDF. How we have calling the C drive, D drive. So in the Linux machine, it will be XV. So same thing how it is showing like this. And when you do the file minus F, if you are doing, so you are getting some partition, some space, some size it is coming. Same thing if you do for the sudo file minus extra volume, which we done it. So we are not getting anything. We are getting simply data. So for that one, what we need to do? So we can create one directory. The directory we can take it, something like testing. Okay, sudo make directory / testing. Okay, so sudo make file system -t xfs extra make file system, it's command -t extra file system. To which one you want to do it? Okay, so make file system -t. If you don't know this
Bro,
command,
it is a XVDF or SVDF.
which one?
Let's go.
Yeah, it would be XVDF, right?
XVDF. Okay,
Yeah,
command
Your
SVDF. Okay.
SVDF.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so make file system, the command will be okay. Here we need make file system.
So there's a typo in the MF. It should be, there's a typing mistake, I guess, in the command. MKFS. You have typed MFFKS. Yeah.
MKFS on the right, make file
Yeah,
system,
yeah, yeah.
extra file systems. Okay,
No, but you have written MFKS. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
make file system.
MKFS.
Yeah, make file
Yeah.
system identity extra
Yeah,
file
yeah.
systems. This one. Okay, so this is the
Correct.
one command. So press this one. It got something. So next thing is mount path we need to create. Sudo mount -a dev xv df to the list. Okay, so same thing if you try it now. Still is coming. So something. Make file system is correct only, right?
In fact,
okay, so we are doing correct only SVDF. That's the reason. Okay, so if you do xvdf. We forgot to do this video. Okay. So make file system minus t extra file system xvdf. Then we can create a dev xvdf to which folder we are done testing. Done. Sudo mod minus same thing lsblk. It's not done. File minus s dev xv. Okay, now you can see previously we got data. Now we have allocated some space. You can see here. Okay, so in this way we can do it. So just I will give the commands here. Okay, so first we will do the lsblk. Okay, so whatever the new drive will be there, so that will show here. Okay, so lsblk, if you type it, same thing xvdf. Okay, so for that one we need to create extra space for it. Always we need to do with root only. Sudo make file system -t extra file system, the drive name xvdf. Okay, so then in order to link up this one, so we will create one directory and we are going to create a mod part for it, our drive and folder. That's it. Okay, to reflect it. Okay, again check whether it is reflected or not. You can check. Okay, so these 5 commands, it will help us to create a
But
partition.
Sham, why do we give the fourth command again? Sudo mount minus a. We have given that above, right?
Yeah, whether it's reflecting or not, we are doing. If you don't give also, it will work. Okay, so these 3 steps we need to do it. Okay, so first of all, we will give this step only. It will get the data information. Okay, now sudo file minus s f 3df. That's it. Okay. Understand the concept in the Linux commands. Okay, so if you want to give it one more try, we can create one more volume and we can attach it. Okay, so click on the create volume, go with something like another 25 GB, go with 1B, create a volume. Okay, so refresh it. This 25 GB, click on actions, attach volume, go to your Linux server, attach it. Okay, so once it got attached, we can come here and refresh the page. Click on storage. Now 25 GB is allocated. So come here in our server, clear the screen, lsblk. Now this time G drive. Okay, so sudo file minus s xv dev slash. Sorry. Same command, right? Okay. Okay. So sudo phylum -s dev / what is the new drive is there? xvdg. Same thing we have done. In order to make extra space, sudo make file system -t extra exts the file
Yes, yes.
system, the file system and the drive name dev / xvdg. That's it. Okay. So same thing if you type it. Okay. Same thing will be applicable for now all the things. Okay. Same thing we can do it. Got it? Understood the command, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So if you want to allocate that the same thing in the Linux machine, so we need to use the command can make file system. So XFS is extra file system we are creating it. So the default it will be the data folder. So if it is getting the data folder means no space and nothing is allocated for it. So we need to do the manual commands here. So if you want to check it, file -s and xvdf has to be replaced with your drive name xvdg, xvdgh, xvdi, like that it will be there. Just so these are the mounting steps. So what are the data we are writing in the test folder? If you want to allocate the data should be allocated to the drive, then we can go with this thing. Okay. So if you go for the make directory, something like test is there. Okay. Okay. So if you want to create a mount path, sudo mount drive name /xvdh. Okay. So that is the drive name. To which folder if you want to do it? Okay. So our drive name is xvdg. Okay. So to reflect that change. Okay. That's it. We can do it. You can see test folder. Test folder is allocated to xvdg. Okay. So if you go to the, if you write any direct data here, so the data will be available in the this drive. Okay. So this is the way we can create one directory. We can create a mount path for this one. Dev, which drive you want to do it, the drive name. And if you do sudo mount -s, so you can see the mount path. So what are the mount path? The test directory is there. So that is allocated with this drive. So what are the data we are writing under this folder? It will be stored in this volume. So when you eject or when you remove this volume and if you attach the volume to the other server, so the folder data, we can take the backup and we can attach to the other server. Okay. So these are the steps to perform the adding the space, creating the any folder and create a mount path for that folder. And okay. Everybody understood, guys? Any doubts, any questions?
No,
Okay.
understood, Sham. Yeah.
Okay, try to do it from your end. If you stuck or if you're not able to see the space and drive, please let me know. Tomorrow we'll see the same example again. Okay.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
everybody is clear about the volumes and snapshots, we can go with next topic. Okay. So creating the volumes, custom volumes, and attaching the volumes, how to create initializing, how to see the reflected volumes in the both Windows and Linux server. So these are the steps we need to do. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll see another topics. Okay.